there, welcome to Real Life on the Homestead in Ontario. I'm Marie, and yep, my kitchen's a disaster yet again. We tend to do this a lot, but this is real life, and I don't clean my counters and make everything look spotless before I do a video, because I am showing you what I do in my real everyday life. Now, I am getting ready to travel to Jordan with a group, and I need to do some meal preps, not just for the family that are staying behind, but also I am sticking to my carnivore lifestyle. And I wanted to share some of the little snacks I can take on the plane, because it doesn't matter what class you are on a plane, the food is less than desirable, and it's not always the healthiest that you can choose. So I am packing my food to go. And I have some egg yolk waffles. I've got a video on that and I will link it below. I'm going to show you some amazing wraps, cottage cheese and eggs. That's it. Oh, a little bit of salt. Always add our salt. I do them thin for wraps, and I do them a little thicker so they're almost like a sandwich bread. They work really well. Also, I'm going to show you how simple it is to throw my ground meat into my air fryer for some bite-sized snacks. You don't have to eat garbage while you're traveling, and this is an example. And also, I invite you to watch my playlist on Plan a Vacation with Marie and see my journey through Jordan. You may want to try and visit, because it's an incredible country with so much to offer. So I will be posting on that playlist while I'm gone. But for now, I've got a lot of stuff going on in the kitchen. Let me show you.
I'm not kidding when I say things are a mess. I've got a couple of trays of bacon that I just took out of the oven. I have my egg yolk waffles. Yes, sink full of dishes and eggshells. And over here, got the yogurt maker going. And this will be for my wraps. I also have my lilac champagne still brewing. And back here I have some salves and sunscreen that I just made, and I'm dehydrating some of our mushrooms. And of course, hydrating with my LMNT to make sure that I can keep up with this. Now here is the wraps I'm going to show you how to make. See how flexible they are? They roll very easily, and they're quite durable, so they're perfect for rolling breakfast sandwiches, meats, anything you want really. They are fantastic, and I make these and freeze them. I could also put them together anytime I want to make a sandwich or something like a quesadilla. These work really well, and surprisingly, they do not taste like egg at all. Now all I'm going to do is crack 6 chicken eggs into my bowl. I always put things into a bowl instead of directly into the mixer, just in case there's something going on. Look at the color of these yolks. This is what happens when you free range your chickens and let them have all the bugs that they want. That didn't take very long. 6 eggs in the bowl. Now this is going to go into the blender. Look at those yolks. Oh my goodness, they are so gorgeous. And just going to try and adjust things here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just using my Vitamix because it does incorporate everything really well. And to this, I'm going to add cottage cheese. Now normally I like to use a better quality brand, but I just have some Kirkland. And I am taking the full 500 milliliter container, which is equal to 2 cups, and I'm dumping it in there, and that's it. Gonna whiz this up until it's smooth, and with the Vitamix, it does not take long. Now that took less than 30 seconds. I didn't realize that I didn't add any salt, so I'm going to add a pinch of my pink Himalayan salt, which is my favorite salt to use. And then I'm going to give it a quick whiz again, just to incorporate everything in there. And then I just pour it onto a lined cookie sheet. These are those jelly pan cookie sheets that have sides on them. I use a large one to make the thin wraps, and I use the smaller version for a thicker, more like sandwich bread thickness. And I just move the tray around to cover the bottom. Pretty simple. This is going to go into a 350-degree oven. For the wraps, it takes approximately 25 minutes. For the thicker version, I say 35 minutes, but you watch it and you decide what doneness you like. There we have it, perfectly baked. There is firmness all over, but I don't let it get very brown, just a tiny bit on the edges. This shows me that it is well cooked. You can see the two different size pans that I used, the smaller one for the thicker portions, and then the larger pan, of course, was for the wrap thickness. And I'll just show you here how thick these are. Literally 1/4 of an inch max. These are perfect for sandwich-like slices. Well, so much for my video skills. I hit record, but I didn't hit record. Anyway, this was a full pan. I've already taken some out and had a snack. And then what I did is I cut it with the pizza cutter to make it nice and even. Now, what I like about these, as you can see, I'm trying to get the two that match. There you go. I can make a really great sandwich with this. It's a little thicker than the ones I'm using for wraps. So this one's a little thicker. And here, I'm going to show you the two different pans. I use my smaller cookie sheet to do them thicker. And then, of course, I use that larger cookie sheet to do the wraps that I demonstrated earlier. But these being a little thicker took 35 minutes to cook. And this is great. This is a great bread substitute. I can put bacon and cheese in the middle of this, and I have a great sandwich. Here is some beautiful ground meat from my local ranch, and I am going to show you how absolutely simple it is to prepare this. Be a better angle for you. This meat is beautiful. Dutch Harmony Ranch is who I use, and they produce some beautiful beef over there. There you go. Now, of course, we need our salt, and I salt heavily, because these are going to be like little snacks, but also good for you. And simple enough, in the air fryer. And I am setting it to air fry. And I'm gonna put it on 20 minutes, but honestly, I like to check it because it may not need 20 minutes. It may need only 10, but I'm in the kitchen, so it will not burn. The crispiness on the outside of this meat is going to be amazing. Seriously, look how gorgeous these are. The smell in here is beautiful, by the way. And let me just pull this over here. It's really hot, and I shouldn't be doing this because I know better. But look at that. Look at the crispness. There is not a potato chip in the world that tastes that good. So I'm gonna pack up that delicious, delicious meat. Those, I'm gonna put them in like a little container and just small bite-sized snacks. They're amazing. Pack up my
flat egg and cottage cheese, I guess sandwich holders, because I'm not going to call it bread. I'm going to pack up some of my egg yolk waffles, some bacon, and of course the meat, and I'll also pack up some cubes of cheese. That will get me through no problem. And of course, I'm going to pack up my LMNT that I will be drinking on my trip. And I will put a link to my friend referral code, because once you order your first order with my friend code, you get a friend pack, 8 different flavors for you to try. And then from those, you can decide which ones you like best. I tell you, I didn't order anything originally except the unflavored. Then I got my sample pack. I tried grapefruit. I am hooked. I love that flavor. So for my treat, I use the grapefruit, but mainly I like the unflavored. Raw, nothing added. It just added to water, and I'm getting all my electrolytes. Magnesium, potassium, and salt. Keep me balanced. Now, this is how I'm going to go out and travel. Please watch my playlists on traveling, and you go out, live your best life, eat well, be happy.